when you look at the role of the CDO coming into the future, what are some of the specific items that you feel that may be missing as topics that you really want to have a focus or see coming down the pipe for the CDOs? What are some of those things that you want to see being discussed, maybe at the upcoming symposiums or in the future events?
Some really practical approaches to actually getting the tool sets in place for data governance. I think it's been one of the hardest things for me getting our part of the organization that develops tools for our organization to do things, as well as our data scientists and the data lake architecture and those kinds of things in place, and getting the data modeling in place so that we have an automated and adaptable way to communicate our data governance and everything. And that's one of the things that's been difficult, from a high level understanding of what it is with business glossaries and what you need to have in place. Yes, that gets talked about all the time and how important it is. Like I know the tool that I need right away just because of my experience. And I have it in place, but getting a practical rollout of it has not been that easy. I'm still struggling to get that implemented and in place.
Right. And I think that you hit it right at the top there. People, process, and change,
Yeah.
and we hear this a lot. It's not technology. Technology's necessary, but it's the people and the processes and how you change them and how you roll them out that gets success done. And it can be a very powerful combination on that. So thank you for that validation on that. So it's interesting. You've been in this role 2 years, CDO role, but yeah, you've been in the organization over 8 years. So recent stats have shown that most CDOs still have a shorter tenure than other C-level executives. Any advice that you might like to impart about staying par within the organization?
It's really easy to get an organization moving in the right direction. And I don't know if it's I'm stubborn or if it's that I want to see it through to completion to where it's actually becomes institutionalized and part of the way that we do business. And I don't feel like it's complete for me until that's done. So I don't know. I would actually maybe like to have some conversations with some other CDOs to find out how they manage that. I've had opportunity to leave my current position, but I don't think I'm done enough yet.
Right. You want to get a more experience and you want to leave a legacy for the next person coming in. So I can understand that. Just in the remaining minute, maybe something that is more related to your career growth and information like that. But where do you go to stay relevant and receive information in your particular role? So where do you go to get your latest information and sources?
So like going to the CDO Information Quality Symposium, I mean, that's really important. I started out, so going to these industry best practices and these conferences is where I have gone. There's a lot of digital engineering types efforts going on in the Air Force. And so I stay tapped into those kinds of things. I stay part of the Air Force Chief Data Office work that's going on and the planning so that I can stay on top of how the Air Force is developing frameworks to do things. It's really hard because work gets in the way of it, right?
Yes.
Fortunately, the artificial intelligence initiative that we've been doing actively over the last 2 years, it keeps me active in actually implementing these things in our environment. So it's not as hard, but finding time, especially now with the travel restrictions that we have, it is hard to get to symposiums. I kind of feel like at a disadvantage there, but I'm going to have to start doing some training and trying to find some other ways because very soon I'll be out of touch again. So.
Well, certainly it's one of the reasons why the symposium has gone virtual this year to provide that. So again, 3 days of CDOs and data leaders presenting their views and topics and their experiences. Believe it or not, Donna, we're out of time. There's definitely a lot of fascinating discussions that you're delving into, especially on the AI side of the house, that we would love to have a chance and the opportunity to come back and discuss this again. But for the moment, Donna, I'd like to thank you for your time today.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. And for our listeners, please visit CDO Magazine for additional interviews. Thank you and goodbye.